Greetings from room 261 here on the second floor of Carlinville High School, overlooking beautiful West Main Street. Um, this is a video in, sorry if I'm distracted. There's a guy running across the street in jeans as fast as he can. I think he's okay though. All right. Anyway, this is a video regarding homework on buying a car, and we're just going to do some of the calculations that are necessary to buy a car. You can find this assignment on your Google Classroom. And the idea here is that we've got a list of items here. On each of these problems, we've got a negotiated price of a car that we want to purchase. We want to make a down payment, meaning that, before we uh, borrow any money, we want to put some of the money down. So let me back up a notch. What we're saying is we don't have $12,400, but we'd like to purchase this car and borrow some of the money. We are going to put down $1,000 worth in a down payment. We have a trade-in that we're going to give to the dealer for a price, and then we have some other items that are listed here: cost of obtaining the title and cost of registration or license plates. Those two numbers are standard in Illinois. So our job on each of these problems is going to be to figure out the sales tax, the amount that we're borrowing, and then the monthly payment. The monthly payment is going to be calculated using this formula here. And we're going to show you how to use this formula, but it's also true that I've provided a nice little spreadsheet that does this sort of thing for you. And we'll get to that when we get a little closer. And so let's talk about this first problem. And so let me get my paper set up here underneath the camera. And so we've got the price of a new car and down payment and the value of the trade-in. And so we're going to take this 12,400 and we're going to subtract 1,000 and we're going to subtract 2,500 and we're going to get a number. And so hopefully the screen on the calculator will show up where you can see it. I wonder if it's better with the light on or off. About the same, really. And so anyway, we'll take the 12,400 minus 1,000 minus 2,500, and that means that there's $8,900 here that we still have to pay. Then, the title and the registration costs are on us, and so we'll add the title and the registration. And so 8,900 plus 155 plus 151 is $9,206. Now, the first thing that we're supposed to do is calculate the sales tax. And so since the sales tax is 6.25%, then we'll take 0.0625 and multiply it by 9,206, and that'll give us the sales tax. And so I'll try to move my calculator where you can see it a little better. And so then this is $575.38, $575.38 to the nearest penny. And so that's the number that we would put here. And so the amount that we're borrowing, okay, is going to be the sales tax plus this number prior to the sales tax, right? And so we're going to take 9,206 and add 575.38, and so that's 9,781.38. Okay, now here's where that formula up above comes into play, and so we have to figure out our monthly payment using that formula. And so we'll go up here, and you can see that P stands for payment, B stands for the amount borrowed, and so that was 9,781.38. The interest rate is R, and as you can see, as you can see here, I'll do it with my cursor, the interest rate is 6.04%. And so we would put that actually as 0.0604. All right, make sure that you change that decimal point twice. The number of payments per year, we're going to make monthly payments. That's pretty normal. So we'll put 12. And then on the bottom, we have 1 minus the quantity of 1 plus r over n again, so 0.0604 over 12, to the negative nt. Now, n is number of payments per year, which is 12, and t is the number of years, which in this case is 3. But as you can see on my problem, I just went ahead and told you it was 36 months. And so it's going to be negative 36 in our exponent. Now, we're going to have our calculator do this, okay? And so let's see if we can get this on our screen in a good way to where the glare is not so bad. Seems like earlier our calculator was in better shape. Maybe we'll scroll down here. There, how's that? That's a little better. Okay, so if I think the easiest way to do this is to notice that the denominator is more complicated. And so let's calculate the denominator separately. And we'll sort of work inside out. Okay, we're going to use our parentheses and work inside out. So I'm going to take 0.0604. The beauty of video is that you can stop and pause and replay if you like. So we're going to take 0.0604 divided by 12. So where my cursor is that's what I'm going to do first. And then I'm going to add 1 and hit enter. And so then I need to take that number to the power of negative 36. Now the exponent button, you know, is right above the divide key where my cursor is, right there, that caret looking thing. And so I'm going to hit this to the negative 36, and I get this number. Now I need to take 1 minus that number, right? And so I'm going to hit 1 minus answer. Now to get answer, you'll notice that this button right here that I'm pointing at with my pencil, the second function of this button here says A and S. And so I hit 1 minus, and then second, and then that button to have the answer show up. And so now I'm here. Now that's the denominator of our payment formula here. And so we are going to want to store that whole number for later. And so I'm going to hit the stow button. We've done this in class before, which is right where my finger is. And then I'm going to hit the alpha button. And then I'm going to choose whatever letter I like. I'll just choose A since it's right next to the alpha button. Okay, and so we now have that denominator stored in A. Now, let's go back to the formula. So we need to take the numerator, okay, the numerator up here, and it looks to me like the decimal point's hard to read, so let's make that a little thicker. And so we need to take the numerator and divide by the denominator. And so we're going to take 9781.38 times 0.0604 divided by 12. Let's go ahead and hit enter. That's our numerator. And then we're going to divide by the denominator. Remember that we stored that thing in A. And so we'll hit divided by alpha A. And we'll hit enter. And so that's our payment, $297.75 per month. Now, if you didn't necessarily enjoy working on your calculator to get that, let me just show you that on your Google Classroom, there is a spreadsheet that does this for you. And so I'm going to our Google Classroom here. Under classwork, your assignment is here. Whoa, I must have clicked on the wrong button, sorry. And so I'll click on this thing here where it says payment calculator. And so you should have this on your Google Classroom. Now you can see that there's instructions at the top. It says you fill in the yellow boxes and your payment will calculate automatically in the green box. And so the amount we borrowed, remember we calculated that earlier, it was 9781.38. And then on the interest rate, it was 6.04. Now, we just type in 6.04. You notice that the spreadsheet already has that as a percent. And then it was 36 months. And so you can see that we got the same number, $297.75. Okay. And so that's my guess is that you'll want to use that the rest of the homework assignment. Okay. So again, you just type the numbers into the yellow boxes, and then the other ones pop right out. All right. Let's maybe just do one more, just for the sake of doing one more. It's your homework, but I'm doing it. How about that? And so let's see where we're at here. Let's find the camera again, and in this case, it says the negotiated price of the new car was $19,000, and so we're going to take $19,000. We're going to subtract our down payment, because we're paying that ourselves. We're going to subtract the value of our trade-in. Okay, and so that will be the difference between, that'll be the amount borrowed prior to sales tax, I guess is the best way to say that. And so I'm going to take 19,000 minus 1,500 minus 3,400, and that's 14,100. Now, again, we got to add the title and registration to that. And so that's 14,406. Okay, the sales tax, you might recall, is 0.0625 times that number. And so that's going to be $900.38 in this case. And so the amount we're borrowing is the 14,406 plus the $900.38 in the sales tax. So we're going to borrow $15,306.38. Okay. Now, again, you can use that formula, and if you want to, you can go back and watch the video again of me doing it the last time. It's also true that you can use that spreadsheet on your Google Classroom, and so let's go ahead and do that. And so it's in this case, it was 15,306 and 38 cents. The interest rate, you were told on this problem that it was 6.36, and you were told that you wanted to have a 48-month loan, a 4-year loan. And so you can see, it's exactly $362 per month. Okay, so hopefully this little video will help you with your homework. As you'll see on your homework, on the last problem, I want you to go find a car that you might be interested in that's sold by a local car dealer, and see what the local payment might be given that situation. So again, some of the best part of having the video is that you could always stop it, rewind it, and see a step again. And hopefully this video will help you with your homework. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.